Well, Newport Winter Carnival is coming up in a couple of weeks now, and we have Amy Howald in studio. Amy, how are you?
I'm good. Thank you for having me on.
I appreciate you popping in. So you are involved in something that you started with your daughter a couple of years ago, and it's really taken off.
It is. Unfortunately, the name is really long. It's Newport Winter Carnival Queen Alumni Scholarship.
Okay.
And it is a scholarship that my daughter and I started after she won in 2020, just to give back to the community and pay it forward. And it's taken off. And, you know, the first year we started out, it was a donation of $400. Then it escalated to $1,000 the next year.
Wow.
So it really helps offset the cost of college. It's astronomical what they charge for college these days. And we were so grateful that it just made sense to give back.
So the scholarship fund, how does it work? Who donates to it? How do you guys raise money? I know you're in the infancy stage. It's not like you've got a seed of $1 million that you are living off the interest.
Right. So every year I just kind of put it out there to past queens, their families. I even opened it up to anybody who wants to donate. I mean, giving it forward, paying it forward, it helps. Mm-hmm. And this community really thrives on, you know, having that ability to pay it forward.
Well, you saw firsthand your daughter, Allie, who ended up winning and became a queen back in 2020, just how the experience of being a Winter Carnival queen contestant and then eventually even winning, but just the contestant portion of it, what it meant to her.
Yeah, she, you know, went from the shyest girl ever to just being out there and talking a lot more, having more confidence, experiencing, you know, interactions with businesses, and it really helped. Mm-hmm. And then later on going on to college and being this outstanding student and member of community.
We were just talking off the air, but I know like Christy Howe has done such a great job with this program and the Opera House Association and everybody that's involved it's not a beauty contest. This is a experience where the girls grow. There's, you know, like you said, the business aspect. There's putting yourself out there. It's putting yourself on stage. It's a really good, wholesome experience for these girls.
It is. It is so much more. It's not a beauty contest by any means. Mm-hmm. It's just the confidence these girls get is amazing. And watching them, you know, watching everybody that's gone through it become this, you know, wallflower and just grow and experience. It's an amazing process to see. It really is.
You know, there were days that it was a beauty contest, that it was a part of the Miss New Hampshire pageant.
Oh, I didn't know that.
But when they dropped the swimsuit portion of the Winter Carnival Queens pageant, that nullified their ability to be a part of the Miss New Hampshire pageant, which is fine. I mean, First of all, it's winter. Who wants to wear a swimsuit in the winter? Second of all, like that, we don't need that. That stuff can go away now.
Yep.
We're past that in our society.
Yeah.
So, but there was a time, because we've had a couple Miss New Hampshires from Newport, and being a Winter Carnival Queen helps move you up into that.
Gotcha.
That competition.
Yeah, but it's so much more than that now.
It is. And I like how they do it. I know Laura Jacoby and Dave Hoyt and others had changed it a few years ago, actually probably about a decade ago, where the judges were actually judges that you don't know. They're secret judges. So you can't be like, oh, you know, I went to high school with so-and-so's dad, or I've known their family since 1962, and like none of that stuff anymore. These judges don't know the girls, so they're selected based on their merit and for what they do.
It's excellent. I know when Allison won, the year before that, actually, she was a junior and she competed. Mm-hmm. And she went on and said, I'm going to sing for my talent. And I was like, but you don't sing. And she said, I do. I can. And she got up there and she just blew everybody away. Nobody knew she could sing like she did. And, you know, at that time, the judge was part of the Northern Stage Group.
Oh, okay.
And I was like, how long's she been singing? And I was like, she doesn't sing. And he was blown away. So
Yeah. So the scholarship itself, who is selected for the scholarship? Who wins the money?
the Queen.
Okay.
It was, I didn't want to complicate the process.
Mm-hmm.
There was already a process to have a winner, so the scholarship goes to the new reigning queen,
Mm-hmm.
and she collects it when she chooses a college. And, it doesn't have to be a college. It could be, a trade school or something like that.
Sure.
That's just as important as college. So, yeah, they get it, and it's gone to 2 people so far, and it's amazing.
And how are you doing fundraising this year for this year's scholarship?
This is the first year on radio, so hopefully we get some outside people that want to donate. Funds are a little tough for people this year.
Yeah. I'm not sure if you know, but I just put a down payment on a dozen eggs.
Yes, absolutely. I think I'm
I
going
got
to
three more payments to go, and I'll
You'll have a dozen.
I'll have an omelet tomorrow. We'll see.
But it's a small donation that counts.
Mm-hmm.
It doesn't have to be a lot. Multiple people contributing a little bit makes up for a lot, and we do have a donor who is willing to make sure that the scholarship is up to $1,000 this year.
Nice, excellent.
So
Now, is 1,000 your max? So
it's not. If I could exceed that, I would.
So I was wondering, like, if you raise, say, $2,000, do you put the extra 1,000 into the bank and kitty, and try to grow it over the years, or what's the plan?
I haven't thought that far ahead, honestly. My inclination is to give whatever I can each year.
Okay.
And then see how it goes from there. But if we get, $10,000 tomorrow, then, I would obviously break that up.
Sure. So you've been getting a lot of past queens and contestants that have donated.
Yes, and families. Families have been really good.
Mm-hmm.
People who have said, my niece is coming into the competition this year. I want to donate.
Mm-hmm.
So it's really, them trying to give to their niece or whatever, but it's nice. I'll take it.
Now, you were saying before we started how you're fascinated by the history of the Winter Carnival Queen's pageant.
I am. To find out that Kurt Russell's, mom was a queen contestant and won,
Mm-hmm.
it was just... It goes back so many years.
Right.
This is what, the 107th?
107th. Yeah, I don't know what year the Queen's pageant started. I know it's written down somewhere. I think it started in like the 30s,
Yep.
where Winter Carnival was 1917 or 18. I can't remember which year. Either 17 or 18. So the pageant hasn't been around as long as the carnival, but it's been around for a very long time.
Yeah, it's just, to go back that many years and have that much history and how much has changed since then.
Sure.
The dresses,
Yes.
the questions.
Yes.
Our culture has changed so much.
I like looking at the old pictures and being like, hey, that's the 80s. Look at all that hair.
The bigger, the better.
I know, right? So who gives out the scholarship? Who actually hands it to the Queen?
I get the honor to do
Do
that.
you?
I do.
Mm-hmm.
I prepare a little speech and surprise them with the amount of the scholarship. They don't know until the night of.
Oh, excellent.
And yeah, Christy lets me go up and announce it. And, even through COVID times, I was able to be there and give it out. So
I did feel really bad for those girls the COVID year.
it was awful.
Because it still happened.
It still happened.
But it was virtual and they didn't have the crowd.
It
all
was
masked up.
very anticlimactic.
Yeah.
It was like, oh, yay, you won, and 4 people clap for you. I mean, it was not the best year that we've done it, but
they still got to have it, which was thankful, because there's so many kids that, I know Allie was an athlete too, so many kids that missed their senior year of whatever sport.
Oh my gosh, it was awful.
Basketball, track, baseball, softball, you name it.
She missed her senior year of track, and that was heartbreaking.
Okay.
Yep. Because it was spring of 2020.
Yep.
So she did. She missed out on that. And prom.
Right.
We did a drive-by prom that year. Yeah. That's when everything imploded. Mm-hmm. But
because COVID hit like right after I went to Carnival, the year that she won.
Yeah.
So 2020.
Yep.
It was March when everything really took off, and I remember having a conversation at Winter Carnival, kind of joking with a friend of mine about this coronavirus, because you saw it on TV and somebody coughed, you're like, oh, I got the coronavirus. And then a month later, like, everybody shut down and I can't find toilet paper.
Exactly. She was slated to go to college in that fall to Unity, and they closed.
Right.
So she had to, reapply to colleges, and thankfully got into Paul Smith's, where she's, a junior now. Mm-hmm. Time flies.
Mm-hmm. It does really fly, doesn't it?
It's crazy.
It is. So Newport Winter Carnival, the Queen's Pageant is happening, was it the 11th, I think? What night is it? Oh, 10th? Let me check my calendar. The 10th, February 10th. So, and this is live in person. It's not streamed anymore. You don't have to pay-per-view anything. This is back to the way things had always used to be, which is fantastic.
Yeah. Last year it was as well.
Yeah.
Had to wear masks.
Yes.
We did have to wear masks, which was...
Yeah, we were spiking again with COVID.
We were.
Last year, because we had to cancel or postpone Dancing with the Stars.
Yes.
Because that was set in January, and then all of a sudden we had a massive spike and everybody got hit with COVID.
Yes. Dancing with the Stars is coming up. It's,
next week.
And Allison will be dancing with the ladies group.
Oh, good.
So anybody who wants to come out and see Allison dance again... her stunning performance at Winter Carnival was amazing with her ballet routine. And, she'll be dancing again. And lots of great competitors this year, which will be fun.
Yeah.
Megan's done a great job with that group.
She's wonderful.
She is.
Yeah, she does a fantastic job. The amount of shows and talent that the community puts on here.
It's amazing.
Newport. It really is.
It is amazing. The local talent we have here is astronomical.
And how people just get involved.
I was able to see, a little bit of it on Saturday last week of the alumni dance.
Oh, okay.
So it's going to be worth watching, that's for sure.
Yeah.
So definitely get your tickets and come in and watch. I will be helping out in the back and ushering the next night. So it's going to be a great show. I can't wait.
What are you doing out back?
Helping with costume changes. There's lots of costume changes.
Yes.
She's introduced the ladies group, which is awesome. So you get to see a little bit of group girl dances. Mm-hmm. So it'll be fun. Yeah,
I know the ladies troupe does a great job, and they're fun to watch.
They are. So Allison was able to participate this year, so she's... They're actually at Olympics for universities. Okay. And they rented out Paul Smith's campus. So she had to move out until February.
Oh, okay.
So she's out until February. She goes back and then, unfortunately, misses Winter Carnival. So.
Oh, bummer.
Yeah, she was actually hoping to show off her axe cutting skills and stuff.
Oh, that'd been great. Yeah.
At the Woodsman Comp. So. Yeah. But they do a big Winter Carnival up in Lake Placid, so she'll be part of that.
Yeah.
So.
Cool. So if somebody would like to make a donation to the Newport Winter Carnival Queen Alumni Scholarship, how do they do so?
They can write a check now, right out to Newport Winter Carnival Queen Alumni Scholarship and send it to me. They can reach out to me on Facebook. My address is 308 Cornish Turnpike, Newport, New Hampshire, 03773. Any and all donations are so appreciative. These girls work hard and put themselves out there for us to watch, and it's amazing. So.
Well, Amy, I appreciate you coming in and talking about this, and I appreciate both you and Allie for getting this whole scholarship started, and I hope this is something that's long-term and continues, and it's a great way to give back to the community and give back to the Queens.
Thank you.
You bet.